Hello everyone, my name is Amanda and welcome back to another video of the Planty Mandy. So about 8 months ago, which seems to be a lifetime ago, I did a video called my top 5 favorite easy but uncommon Hoya. So in that video, I basically just showcase like 5 of my favorites, like easier to maintain or easier to grow or faster growing Hoya that are more uncommon. So by uncommon, I mean that you may not be able to find it in your local nursery. So I think today will be fun for us to do a part 2 of that because obviously it has been 6 months and I got new Hoyas. And I also, I rehomed some of my old Hoyas. I got some new Hoyas. So I think it'll be fun to just do a part 2 for that to show you guys some more like easy but uncommon Hoya. So before we get started, there's a couple of disclaimers, and I love disclaimers because I like to be upfront and honest with you guys. So the first disclaimer is when I say easy, it is easy in my home environment. So again, I live in San Francisco, California in the United States. I have a south-facing window, but because there's a building right next to me, so I would say the actual light exposure may be more closer to like an east window or maybe less, and that's why I use a lot of grow lights. But fortunately, I do live really close by the beach, so I do have good ambient humidity, about like 60% most of the time. So I don't use a humidifier at home at all because I'm terrified with fungal infection, which I experienced once. It was just a nightmare. So since then I stopped using a humidifier, and they seem to do fine. So that will be my growing environment. I want to give it to you guys because you may have different environments, and when I showcase you these 5 plants that I'm gonna show you in a little bit, you may be like, hey Amanda, that's didn't or doesn't grow well for me. What are you talking about? So I just want to let you know that in my environment, it's grown pretty well and pretty fast. And second, uncommon. Okay, I like this quotation mark. So when I say uncommon, it means that it's uncommon in my location. So when I show you guys the 5 plants, you may be like, hey, this plant is like super easy to find in my local nursery, and that's great for you. But it's not the case for me with the 5 I'm gonna show you. So yeah, so when I say uncommon, it's based on my location, just so you know that. And yeah, so I think it will be fun for us to do a video for that, because the last thing you want to happen when you get an uncommon Hoya is to kill it. So let's look at some of those uncommon Hoyas that are a little bit easier to care for or like faster growing. So yeah, let's get started. So now I know we all have different preferences when it's come to our Hoya. Some of us like splashy leaves, some of us like silver leaves, some of us like wingy leaves, and some of us like green succulent leaves, like myself. So I try to, when I pick these 5 Hoyas, just because I don't want a video to be like 2 hours long. I try to consider like everyone's preference. So I try to showcase 1 or 2 in different categories. So the first one I want to show you is actually my personal favorite, like right now, is ta-da! This is the Hoya skinneriana, aka this big one. So now I think this is a species, like Hoya skinneriana. I don't know why there is a like a very similar to like a cultivar name, which is aka like this big one, right? But yeah, regardless, it's a very beautiful plant. So I got this from Noji's maybe 6 to 8 months ago, I want to say. Maybe more, actually maybe a year, because it was before COVID, right? So yeah, but when I first got it, it was just like one vine, like 1 plant, 1 vine, and then it just like it was like it was like about this height, but I cut that off and propagate that one. So not only that it's grow bushier, but it's actually shoot out, like you can see like this 1 new vine here, 2 new vine right here, and then they're all like giving me like a lot of like new leaves. So yeah, so this guy grow like pretty fast, and I don't give it any special care. It's in my, like I said, it's in my regular humidity, like which is like 50-60% most of the time. I water it maybe at most once every 7 days, maybe 10 days sometimes, depending on how dry the medium is. So by the way, I put this in bark mix. So yeah. Yeah, so it's under my grow light. It's all the way in the back of the shelf under a grow light. So you can tell that the one that is more like in the back, the harder for me to like get to it. So which means that AKA they can tolerate more like, you know, benign, like, so not, you know, you don't want to be like completely ignore it, but yeah, she is in the back. But yeah, look at her, like as she grow out more and reach higher to the grow light, it's actually start to develop some like little bit of speckles on the leaf. So I really like it. And also you know, this is a new one, it just shoot out. So the new leaves here also get bigger and it's in a darker green colors, which are really, really, really gorgeous. So yeah, this one is my first easy to care for and favorite Hoyas. Hoya skinneriana. And by the way, I think it has pink flower, I think. But I'm trying to remember, but I'll put a picture somewhere so you guys can see. Yeah, I really like it. It just grows so much and so well. When the Hoyas grow for me, I like it, you know. Okay, second one I want to show you is a mixture of a wingy and also succulent Hoyas. And this is my Hoya ilagiorum. So yeah, they're all wet because I washed the leaf this morning because they're dusty. Like I'm a terrible plants parent. I don't wash them or clean them until they're like dusty. Like I can see the dust. But yeah, so this is a Hoya ilagiorum. I got it in the same shipment with my Hoya skinneriana from Logis. Logis have wonderful plants, so you have to check it out if you haven't yet. But yeah, so you can see, and also it's coming in a 2-inch pot, and then it's it have like one same thing, have one long vine, but I can like cut it and propagate it. So yeah, it's just grow. And once I cut and propagate, it's like start to shooting out new vine, like 1, 2, and 3. And this is just like always just one like you know, small 2-inch pot plant. So I'm really happy about it, obviously. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, it's a mixture because it's very green succulent. Like the texture is really similar to skinneriana that I just showed you. But if you look carefully, you can see some subtle veining on it. Let me see if I can find one that can show more. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like if you look at the leaves right here, maybe this one. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. But if you look at it in person, you can see like the subtle like veining right there, which is really beautiful. And like I said, show some like new vine, and they have baby leaves. Then there's more baby leaves. And then this guy, when it's shot out with new leaves, you can see this one is like a newer one, so it's like fading. It's in the phase of fading from like red to like green, and then it will get darker as it get more mature. And yeah, so this guy, it's like also really easy to grow. And then you can see the new leaves again because I'm giving it a lot of artificial lighting. You know, it sit like under my grow light, and the leaves get larger and also darker, which is really awesome. So yeah, so this is my Hoya ilagiorum, and I think it have like red flowers. So if you like red flowers, like you may want to try this one. I haven't bloomed it yet, but again, I'll try to put a picture of like, you know, bloom somewhere so you guys can see it. But yeah, also really strong grower. I don't do anything to it. Like I said, it's right next to skinneriana on my shelf. So it's also like the back seat kit, the back seat kit. So like yeah, which means that I probably don't pay as much attention to it, and it's just keep growing. So yeah, really beautiful. Yay. Alright, y'all, next we're gonna go into the wingy leaves category. And this guy, I have it for a while, and she went through a lot because there was a time that it was growing, was nice, and then my dog locked it down and chewed on a couple of the leaves, so I took all those leaves off. And then later on, I locked it down, and then I broke like a couple of vines. And then I have to like carefully nurse it back to health. So this guy has been through a lot, and then but it has been keep coming back. Like it's keep coming back, and then it's keep giving me new growth. It's keep shooting out new vine. And I think it's just a survivor, and it's just really easy to care for. And this is my Hoya crassipetiolata, I think. I'll put the name down there somewhere. But yeah, this is not the splashy version. I know like the splashy version, like the Hoya crassipetiolata splash. It's very hot right now, but no, this is not the splashy version. And that's probably explain why it's grow a little bit faster because of, you know, have more chlorophyll, right? But yeah, you can see, I mean, yeah, it's not a splash, but you can see like a little bit of speckle just because of the light. And then, yeah, so this guy, it's wingly. It's obviously wingly. Let me focus. Yeah, there you go. It's obviously wingly. And I got this from my good friend Mir, like, again, a while back. I forgot when, but it's way before COVID, I think. And yeah, it may not look like much. And it's because, like I said, you know, my dog chewed on it, so I took off a lot of it, and I locked it down, and I broke all the vine, and then I took off a lot of it. And this guy just keep coming back. You can see this is a new leaves coming out, and there's like so many new babies like coming out here. And you can see the vine, you know, all this like, oops, sorry, all this new growth on right here, like this coming out. So yeah, so it's a really strong grower. It's very resilient. And it's very pretty, so that's a big plus, right? Yeah, the leaf is also really succulent. Yeah, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, but like there's all the white chubby roots in the lacquer coming out. So yeah, really like it. So as I can see, there's at least one, okay, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves growing, and then there's like, you know, a couple new growth points. So yeah, this guy is a survivor. So again, you know, because it's an nacre, it's require even less care. I just leave it there, and then when it's get empty, I put some water in it, or maybe I wait a couple of days, let it completely dry out, and put some water in it. But yeah, yep, she is a tough girl. Hoya crassipetiolata. I hope I said the name right. Alright, next one I want to show you. I think I have shown it before, and I have this for a long time, maybe a few years. And it didn't have, it is a splashy one or speckle one, you know, I'll just give it to you right now. It wasn't splashy or speckle, and again, it's because I'm giving it a lot of grow light. It literally sits right next to my grow light. It's a hanging plant, and then I have like a grow light bulb here, so it's like, this is the plant. And this is the light bulb. So it has been growing really well. And this is my Hoya Mathilde. So the Hoya Mathilde is a cultivar of a mix of Hoya carnosa and Hoya serpens, right? And serpens is just so hot right now. But Mathilde is so much easier than the serpens. So you can see, I'll try my best. So you see all this like speckle on it right now. It wasn't there. Maybe there's like a couple of speckles when I first got it. But then again, you know, grow light magic. You just put it under the grow light, and then all this, oopsie. Sorry, I watered yesterday, so there's water residue. But yeah, so there's like all this like splash come out. It's really gorgeous. As you can see, it's very hard for me to hold it because it just keep going and just keep going. So you can see, you can tell, oh, this one is like kind of a half moon too. I'll show you. Look at this. Look at this new leaves. So pretty. So yeah, as it go higher, it's reach closer to the grow light. I think that's why it's getting, you know, more splashy. But yeah, this is not, this wasn't splashy at all. Like I got it as a Hoya Mathilde from Logis again. But this is like before this the ilagiorum and skinneriana. And again, you know, Logis sell their plants in a 2-inch pot, and it's always like one vine. And this was that. And now it has shoot out multiple new shoots. And then they have just vine itself all the way up. And I cut it so many times. I cut it so many times. I don't remember how many times I cut it. Maybe like 7 or 8 times. But it's just keep coming back. And you can see the new growth here. It's just so gorgeous. It's still kind of light because it's new. So as it like, you know, mature, it's get more like you know, like this darker color. And I hope it's get darker because like it will look so gorgeous with this half moon and a darker green, right? So yeah, so Mathilde, you can't go wrong with a Mathilde. Like you just can. Like that carnosa genes in there just make everything grow so fast and so easy. And again, it came in a 2-inch pot with one vine. Like 2-inch pot, maybe like maybe this tall of a vine, because like I bought a lot of plants from Moji, so they always come in like that standard size. So yeah, so I really like it. If you like purely 2 round leaves, you should get a Mathilde. And the good thing is it was a really hard to find plant, and it was you know, it was a really hard to find plant. It was pretty pricey at a point, but then eventually it just, you know, get cheaper because it's grow fast. It's easy to grow and people can propagate them, and that's why it get more affordable. So remember this, right? I know the Hoya's market is really crazy right now in terms of pricing or supplies or demand or whatnot. But you can observe, you know, if you have been into the Hoya game for a few years, you can observe that how some plants go from like couple $100 to like $30, right? So those plants, most of the time, it's because they're easy to grow and easy to propagate, and they grow fast. And when they grow fast, the supplies increase, and that's why the price is, you know, getting a little bit more affordable. So remember that. Okay. Last but not least, this one could be controversial because they are still kind of, it is still kind of pricey, to be honest. Like according to my standard, I know everyone have different standard of pricing, but it just it has been, you know, pretty easy growing for me, to be honest. And I think it's also pricey because it's people are crazy about silver leaves right now, and that's why. And this is my Hoya krohniana super silver. So I know it's confusing because Hoya krohniana have a regular Hoya krohniana, you know, version, which is like just green. And then there's a Hoya krohniana silver, which have silver like splash. And there's Hoya krohniana super silver, which is like have almost all silver leaves, just like this one. So this one I got from Rick Mawore. Like he's a very famous Hoya's collectors and grower based in Florida. So yeah, I think he has a pretty active Facebook group. You can check them out. So this is actually a bonus that I received from him, which I'm really grateful for. And it may not look like much, but when I first got it, again, you have to look at how much it's grow, right? When I first got it, it was this bunch right here. Maybe a little bit longer because, again, when my plants grow, I cut them. I know my plants hate me. I'm a terrible player. They'll be like growing and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a cutting. So because I love propagating, I love experimenting, right? But yeah, it was like just like this bunch right here, maybe a little bit longer. Again, because I cut it, and since then, it has been like a year, I think, since I got this plant, and since then I have cut it about like 5 times, 4 or 5 times, and it just has been keep coming back. So yeah, you can see like this guy right here. Yeah, there was like another shoot, so I cut that one as well. Then you can see some. I just love the pattern because like they're just not all silver, right? So some of them are really silver, like almost all silver, but like this one is like half moon, and this one is just speckle, and there's the silver and then speckle, blah 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 blah, and I didn't notice this until I prepared to shoot this video this morning. There is it's not focusing, sorry, but you can see peduncle. Yeah, that's very encouraging. I noticed that a lot of my Hoyas has been forming peduncles and buds as springs approach. So even though they're growing under artificial lighting, they know, like the plant just know. They're so smart. They've been doing it for like millions of years, you know, like they're so much smarter than us, right? In terms of, you know, sensing the change of season. So yeah, some of the Hoyas flower in autumn, some of the Hoyas flower in spring, or some in summer, so they're all different. But yeah, regardless, it's really gorgeous. And I picked this one because, again, like I said, I cut it 5 times, literally 5 times. I counted, and it just keep coming back. And then it's even from a peduncle for me, and I don't give this guys any special treatment. They are the same. She's the same as, you know, everything that I just show you right now. Ambient humidity 50-60%. I water maybe once every 7 to 10 days. Fertilize it maybe once every, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, so it doesn't require like crazy humidity or any kind of special temperature and environment like that, and that's why I picked this one as a you know, somewhat easy to grow you know, and silvery Hoyas, because I have to remember to put one silvery one in here because you guys love silver leaves, as I can see. But yeah, I love this guy. It's so gorgeous. I gotta thank Rick for like sending me such a beautiful boneless. Oh my god, I am so lucky. But that was like a while ago, so yep. Yay! Oh, so gorgeous. Slow motion. So we saw, you guys saw 5 of you know, my easy but uncommon Hoyas as of March. I don't know the time anymore. March 2021, right? So the part 1, you know, if you guys are interested in part 1, you can go back to part 1, which is about 8 months ago. I don't remember how many videos ago, but 8 months ago I did that. I cannot believe I have been on YouTube for that long. And I'm thank you guys for willing to listen to me. I'm surprised when people are willing to listen to me. I talk to myself a lot. So I figured that I may as well just talk to a camera, you know? So yep, so yeah, so those are the 5s for this time. And let's recap really quick. They in no special order. It's just whatever close to me. So first of all, we just saw this one, Hoya krohniana super silver. It is super silver. So gorgeous. I love plants that are easy and, you know, beautiful, right? Who doesn't? And this is the wingly one, which is Hoya crassipetiolata. And yeah, she has been, like I said, she has been, it doesn't look like much, but she has been through a lot. Like, I broke it so many times, my dog ate it, and it's keep coming back, and it's shooting out all this new growth. And it's beautiful and veiny. So, yep. And then I have my Hoya ilagiorum, which is like a mix of like a succulent, green succulent Hoya, but it's like have some subtle veining. Really beautiful wet flowers. Super easy to grow. Yeah. So this is Hoya ilagiorum. And we have, ta-da! This is a beast. Hoya skinneriana, aka this big one. Yeah, even I developed some splash as well. I mean speckles, not splash. But yeah, like new leaves. Grow from like 1-2 inches pot line to like this in less than a year. Oh, so pretty. And last but not least, just because it's the farthest away from me. Ta-da! Also from Moji's, Hoya Mathilde also grow from like 1-2 inches pot like single vine into this beautiful, beautiful baby today. Ow, the water. And it's considering I also cut it like, you know, many times. But yeah, still growing. And then look at this side, half moon leaves again. Oh, I can't wait for it to get darker. Yep. Yay. Alright, so that's all I have got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, this is easy in my environment and it's uncommon in my geographic location. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this 5 you know, easy and uncommon Hoya in my particular situation. If you guys found it, oh no, it's actually really hard for me to grow in my environment, leave a comment below. Maybe we can help each other out. Or, you know, if you feel like, oh my god, this is so easy to find in my area as well, let me know as well, because I would love to know where it is easy to find these plants, because I can recommend to people, you know, to find them, because all this I have to get online. Like, I can't find it in my local nursery. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you click like. And if you want more future video, make sure you click subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!